Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full Golden Warrior themed moveset. Now this was suggested by Vex, so thank you ever so much for this moveset theme suggestion. If you guys have any suggestions for yourself, please feel free to leave them in the comments and the best ones will be used for future videos. And of course, if you are new to the channel and enjoy what I do, then please consider subscribing, as that really does help the channel out quite a lot. So going into the moveset, we've got Rebellion Spear, God of Destruction's Anger, Galactic Donut, which you never see anymore, and the Energy Wave Volley, but I think he meant the Consecutive Energy Blast, I think it's called. And for our ultimates we can choose from Final Flash, Hell's Flash, Final Kamehameha, Final Explosion and the 4-power Energy Wave Ultimate. And of course for our basic we've got Spoot Slash. So out of all the ultimates he gave me the choice of using, I decided to go for the Final Kamehameha because it's one of my favourite attacks in the game and it just looks badass and it's actually pretty good. And the 4-power Energy Wave Ultimate. Now I did decide to go for Super Saiyan even though he didn't mention a transformation, so I thought, well, that's fair game. I know what you're thinking, you're probably thinking, oh Burcol, why didn't you use Super Vegeta? Well, that's because I decided to base my appearance similar to the Golden Super Saiyan 4 fan art that's out there. It's unbelievably amazing, it's really good. So even though Super Vegeta would be better for this moveset because I'm using primarily key attacks, I decided just to go for Super Saiyan because, you know, it just looks badass. So as we go into the first fight, a lot of the fights in this video will be against the same people, because if you guys have seen my previous video called something like I Say Hey, what's going on? I mean, as of me recording this, there's like 2 hours left until that video goes live, so it's just a bit weird talking in the future like that. But I recorded that video while I was trying to record this one, and oh man, the Xenoverse 2 servers were the worst I've ever seen them, ever. Like, oh Christ, they were just terrible, and because of that, no one was joining, and the people who did join had a terrible connection, like less than 3 bars, and I rarely fight people with 1 or 2 bars, and very rarely as well if they've got 3 bars, because most people, when servers are okay, have like a 4 bar or 5 bar connection, so I just prefer fighting people if the connection is good, because then you can't blame lag for getting your ass kicked. You know, it just makes it easier for everyone. But yeah, because of that, I think I fought 3 people in this video. I'm not sure how many fights I got to show, but I had quite a few fights with this guy. I think 3 or 4. I believe it was 4 fights, and I thought that was very close. It was really cool. So here he goes for the Dragon Fist, and because at the moment it's bugged, glitched, broken, whatever you want to say it is, and you can't escape it regardless of how much stamina you have, I had to pretty much endure it despite having max stamina. Like, I had literally 100% of my stamina, but I just couldn't do anything about it, so that sucks. Go into a clash here, and I go for the Consecutive Energy Blast, and he goes for the Flash Screw, I think it was. We go into a second clash. I think I go for the Swing Kick. Yeah, I went for the Swing Kick. We go into a third clash. I go for the Swing Kick again. He goes for the Senko Ki Blast. I go for Super Saiyan 3 to try and wrap things up, because if he's able to regenerate 5 bars of Ki and hits me with the Dragon Fist again, given how much health I have right now, I don't think that would finish me off. I mean, now he may, I'm not too sure, but again, even if I could survive it, given how much health I have at the moment, I don't really want to risk it, and I don't really want to be hit with it, so I have like no health. So here, I do go for the Triangle Standard Break, and that thankfully does finish him off. Did get very close there. Let's move on to the second fight against this guy. And just to show how bad the servers were while I was trying to record this particular video, you just saw right there. As soon as the match starts, I go to scan what attacks he's got. I think he's using the same build as last time, like the same preset, the same moveset, whatever you want to call it. And he literally does a time skip on me, so that does suck. So because of that, I'm thinking, okay, the connection probably isn't going to be amazing this time. So I do decide to go for Super Saiyan 1 as we emerge from the clash. I go for the Consecutive Ki Blast a little bit ago, completely misses, so I did destroy the arena a little bit, whoops. He goes for the Tyrant Lance there. I fly away and try to dash into him to try and start a bit of a combo chain there. Doesn't work. I get another perfect block off there because I do really think like I just know what the male combo, well, the male Saiyan combo is now. Like, I know inside and out because of how much I use it. He goes for Super Saiyan 1 there, or Super Vegeta 1, whichever one he's running. But I mean, I had more than enough time to use the Harmon Dash to dash into him to break his guard. Go for the Swing Kick here, and now I'm just doing the basic heavy combo. I locked off for some reason, I don't know why, I really don't know why. I think I wanted to go for the 4-power Energy Wave Ultimate, but again, I have no idea why I locked off. And here he goes for Super Saiyan 3, so he's running Super Saiyan rather than Super Vegeta. And I knew he's going to go for the Dragon Fist there, so because of that, I decided to go for Super Saiyan 3, so that way I'll be protected when he did use it, and thankfully I was. And he wasted like 5 bars of his Ki there, which sucks for him, but it's good news for me. Now, yes, I am also a Super Saiyan 3, but the difference is really I have almost max Ki myself, so I'm okay. Now, in a moment, I'm going to go for 2 of the... I'm going to use the 4-power Angel Wave Ultimate twice. I don't really know why. I think the first time was because maybe I was thinking it's going to hit me, but it didn't. Right after the throw, I go for the first one. It turned me around for some reason, I don't know why. So I go for the first one there, he misses. I go for the second one there, thinking it's going to dash into me, well, rush me. He doesn't, so that does suck. And it's just standing still right now. So I do drop out to Super Saiyan 3, because like what I've already mentioned, Super Saiyan 3 gives you pretty much no ki recovery. It's like, it's a tiny amount, like there's no point in standing Super Saiyan 3 if you do plan to use any sort of ki at all. And I mean, I dropped out of it and I have like 4 bars of ki recovered right now, and he has, now granted he has been using a few Tyrant Lancers, but again, like I just have a ton of ki right now, and because of that, I went for the triangle stamina break, sent him flying down, and I finished him off with the final Kamehameha. And I do honestly think that the reason I won that particular fight was because I dropped out with Super Saiyan 3. Let's move on to the next fight against this guy. I decided to pick the Time Chamber map for the next fight because, well, for a few reasons. Firstly, it's one of my favourite stages in the game. I just think it looks very nice. It's very fun to fight in. And secondly, because I have noticed, even going back as far as Xenoverse 1, if you're experiencing some lag or some delay, you can typically, but not all of the time, reduce that by picking a stage that's fairly empty, such as the Time Chamber map, the Sky stage, or one of the space stages, and sometimes the World Tournament stage, but I've had some very laggy fights on there, so just be careful. So again, I do pick the Time Chamber map, we both pick the same build. I go for the Rebellion Sphere here, and just before it ends, it hits him, which I thought looked very nice. He's going to dash into me there, and I really should have just been able to perfect block it when he hit me, because I could see that coming off a mile away. Got my timing completely wrong there, my bad. I go for the back hit as he blocks, well, after he vanished rather, and that did break his guard. And I'm not really sure if that was really good for me, because as you can see, I don't really do that much damage on him. I do send him flying down there, but I do go for the God of Destruction's Anger, and I think I meant to go for the consecutive ki blast, but I mean, his stamina rather, recovered almost instantly, so that sucks for me, not for him, because I wasted like what, 1 bar of ki. But I did go for Super Saiyan 1, and after that clash I went for Super Saiyan 3 because I knew he was going to go for the Dragon Fist again. So again, I protected myself and he wasted 5 bars of ki. He charges up right there, and I go for the full power energy wave, and I knew regardless of what would have happened, using the full power energy wave ultimate there would give me an advantage, because he wouldn't have had enough time to stop the charge and then to move out of the way. So he would have either hit him full on, or he would have used his evasive halfway through, which he did. So there I went for the Spoot Slash to get a stamina reset, because I used the Spoot Slash a little bit earlier before I used it just by accident. I don't know why I used it, and he completely wrecked me with the Supernova Cooler. Such an awkward name, Cooler Supernova. But I do go for the Spoot Slash once again there, and at the moment it's fairly even. I mean, I do, if you want to get technical, have a slight advantage of him, because I did, not now, but I did have 1 bar of ki, and he had like a quarter of 1 bar. So I did go for the Rebellion Spear, and I was thankfully enough to finish that guy off. I did actually have another fight with him, but I think he just gave up because he just stood still the entire fight, so I'm not going to show that. Going into the next battle for this video, my opponent picks Future Trunks, and I didn't really notice this until I fought this guy, but there's a preset of Trunks that has both the full power energy wave ultimate and the full power energy volley, which, I mean, they're okay ultimates, but they're just very generic, and you would have thought that a character as badass as Future Trunks would have had a badass ultimate, such as the Heat Dome attack. I mean, yes, I know that's the one he used to kill Future Cell, but still, I mean, they could have just gave it to him. So I went for a swing kick there as he went fully changed the Future Super. I got for Super Saiyan 2, and in a moment I got for Super Saiyan 3 because he vanishes. Well, I mean, okay, I have a bit of a problem with this guy because, yes, he's a decent play. Well, he's actually quite good, but I mean, right there, he didn't use his evasive or vanish out the way, so I don't really know what to read of him, like how to read him rather. He vanished there, and I went for Super Saiyan 3 because I just didn't think he was going to anticipate it. He didn't, because he sent him flying away. He went for Change the Future, so I go for the Rebellion Spear. And right here, he vanished again, and he vanishes again there. But there just wasn't any need to vanish for that final time. I don't know, but he goes for the ultimate there. And I think looking back, he did that because, and yes, I may possibly be looking into this a bit too deep for what it is, but maybe he was thinking that I would have had enough time to use the Homing Dash to break his guard. And I did use the Homing Dash, but I think he recovered out of the animation just enough time so that he didn't break it. But maybe he wanted me to break his guard because he did waste quite a bit of stamina in vanishing. And I mean, right now, just compare like both of our stamina bars, like I have a huge advantage of him. Even more so now, given I just broke his guard. Well, sorry, I just got the perfect block off, and I did almost break his guard by using the square stamina break, but again, he just blocked, so that sucks for me. I go for a Spook Slash there, again, no idea why. Maybe I'm thinking I'm getting a bit cocky, I don't know, I don't really remember feeling a bit cocky against this guy. I did try and go for a swing kick there, it didn't really connect, but he did fly into me as I went for the ultimate, so that did finish that guy off. Very fun fight against that guy, but let's move on to the final fight for this video. And very quickly, I forgot to mention, every fight in this video, apart from the last one, was with limitations on. So for this fight and the first 3 fights, everyone was set to level 50, but in the previous fight, it was with limitations off, so everyone was the level that they actually are. So I was level 85 and so was my opponent. Just want to mention that because I'm still getting a few comments saying, oh Burcol, why do you only fight level 50s? And I do get a bit tired of typing, oh, it's because I'm playing with limitations on. It's just, yeah, okay, whatever. So he does still have his guard broken because I did get a few perfect blocks off and made him vanish quite early on, so that sucks for him. I did try and finish it off by using the 4-power energy wave ultimate before his stamina recovered, but of course it didn't. And here he's just like, you know, he's just doing the, I think it's the light combo, the light freeze race combo. But I go for the double stamina break there, and I hit him with the, well, I tried to hit him with the God Destruction's Anger. And I did actually mean to go for the Galactic Donuts, but this was actually the first fight I recorded for this moveset, so I was still getting used to this moveset to some degree, but I wanted to show the other fights first because I just thought they were more intense and more fun. But yeah, I do want to hit someone with the Galactic Donuts because, I mean, yes, it's a very slow, awkward, and a very gimmicky attack, but I might as well try and use it. But you know, Gold Tank sucks, so of course this attack belongs to him. I'm kind of laughing in mid-sentence because I just find it a bit funny how I broke his guard almost immediately after he recovered. There he goes for his Spook Slash, and I think he used that because he started to panic. And yes, he goes for the Ultra Raccoon Bomber there. I moved close to him as he went to use it to try and perfect block it, but that failed miserably. And he went for a second one immediately after, and I would have moved out the way, but I wasn't sure how long he would have taken to actually use. So I did just block it, and that took like, what, 4 bars of my own stamina to tank it. So that does suck. Send him flying down there with the Triangle Standard Break, go for Super Saiyan 3, and I finish him off with the final Kamehameha. And his stamina did recover like maybe less than a second before he finished him off. So he could have just kept spamming his evasive to maybe protect himself and try and survive it. Don't know, but whatever. So that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And with that being said, I will see you next time.
Mm-hmm.